Good afternoon. Would you please stand and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God and one indivisible. Would you please remain standing for a moment of silence? You may be seated.
Welcome on behalf of the class of 2018. As the proud principal of Franklin D. Roosevelt High School, I am honored to be here with you today to celebrate you with your parents, your family, your guardians, and everyone who has gotten you to this moment. Your graduates has asked that you treat this exercise with the utmost respect. Every graduate deserves to hear his or her name announced. Please refrain from using any noisemakers, horns, bells, yells, or any other distractors that are not conducive to maintaining the dignity and grandeur of this event. We ask that you hold your applause and your congratulatory yells until after all names have been called so that the next name called can be clearly heard. Your assistance will help provide the very best graduation for each student. Thank you in advance for your cooperation to ensure a dignified graduation ceremony.
A su estudiante le gustaría que muestre sumo respeto ante esta ceremonia. Cada estudiante que se gradúa merece escuchar su nombre. Por favor, absténgase de utilizar matracas, bocinas, campanas, gritos o cualquier otra distracción que no sea propicia para mantener la dignidad y la magnificencia de este evento. Le pedimos que exprese sus aplausos y aclamaciones de felicitación después de que hayan mencionado todos los nombres de los estudiantes. De esa manera se escuchará claramente el nombre del estudiante que sigue. El mantener el decoro nos ayudará a proporcionar una mejor ceremonia de graduación para su estudiante. Le agradecemos de antemano su cooperación en la solemnidad de la ceremonia de graduación.
Thank you. And now our salutatorian.
Good afternoon, family and friends, pristine honored guests behind me, and the class of 2018. First and foremost, I would like to thank my family, friends, and teachers who stuck with me or touched my path to the very end. They provided that support and stability to ensure my being here as a salutatorian to the class of 2018. So I had to make that the first thing I addressed. Now, to my classmates, hello, my name is Jacqueline Reyes and I attended high school with you. Now that I got me out of the way, which I tell you would have been a much simpler topic to write about, I was given the task to make this collectively about the graduating class, to be uplifting and inspiring. As if speaking in front of you, my classmates, wasn't pressure enough, I was expected to do it in front of our family and friends too. This is gonna be a challenge, but fun, so here we go. Now notice how I use the words attended high school, as in past tense. There's a major reason for that. As I hope most of y'all figured out by now, we are graduating. This is a monumental and amalgamated moment for us. We have been practically idolizing this moment since our very first steps through our high school doors. For some, the vision may have formed even before then. And though we foresaw this moment, we didn't predict the bumps, bruises, and stress we will face along the road. It began with the transition from junior high to high school. Any colored polo shirts, jeans, and confidence and hot stuff to boost, we were allowed to taste that freedom the classes before us was not given, and it was us that gave off the edgy vibe that made our upperclassmen simply hate us. But let's be honest, we enjoyed it. From the first day, classes were somewhat of a challenge, and the transition to understanding credits and endorsements were already being brought to our attention. We didn't know where all this future talk was coming from. We thought, can I get through my freshman year first before I start thinking about college? Then sophomore year came, and thus the majority of us fell straight to the belly of the dragon, Miss Moore's English 2 class. At this point, the hate was directed from us was redirected to the new freshmen, and we too joined claim they were the worst class to come. No responsibilities, definitely not options for leadership. Contently, we sat in the role of not freshmen. That was all that mattered. Sure, credits were mentioned, attendance was a daily reminder, but we still pushed it aside and wanted to enjoy our moment. Like clockwork, junior year came, and plenty of victims managed to escape the belly of the dragon. However, those that managed to survive the year previously were only placed on the gun line again to a modified and more grueling English 3 AP course. And yes, I mean Miss Moore again. But this time it was all right. We had Mr. Joseph just 2 doors down, scoring on students to lift our spirits. Leadership positions needed to be filled now. Anticipation for the future leaders of the school, AP classes, and responsibilities that wouldn't dare compare to the year before. It was the start of our stress and the constant reminder of the future we wouldn't yet take too seriously. And finally, senior year. Substitute teachers left and right, college talk practically at every corner, the sudden push to be leaders, questions blazing at us for the future to come. When did our time fly? Hours to make up, classes to ensure we pass, and the discussion on our steps to success, and that long-awaited video that made us shed a tear or two. All of this ultimately leading to one moment, this one. To quote the words of Mr. D. Horning, this is it, it's the end of the line. We may have conflicting feelings as we are living this moment now, either rejoice to leave or nostalgic to stay, but let us all come to the acceptance that this is the end of our book, entitled High School. Either write a sequel or allow this book to fade in its archive, it's up to you. Now, I'm not pressuring or pushing you for a bestseller. In fact, I'm certain our teachers aren't asking that of us either, but what they hope for each and every one of us, and to quote Ms. Dill on this, is to make good choices. Once we close this book and contemplate writing the sequel, the choice to live with no regret is up to us. To live by morals, not just those that are believed to be universally right, but our morals. So once we move that tassel from right to left, shake our caps left to right and back, and walk through that tunnel, the choice is up to us. We have options. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I want to start by saying thank you to the families, teachers, and administration for being a part of this significant step in our lives. Since our first day of high school, so many things have changed. Not just physically appearance, but our personalities have matured as well. We have grown and changed the way we act and think. Freshman year, we all were afraid of how we will manage to fit in, so concerned about what others will think of us. We walked the hallways with our knees and tried to make friends with people who seemed interesting. However, full of insecurities, sophomore year came, and we thought we were ready. Some of us were more relaxed, specifically the ones who did not have Miss Moore. I was one of the lucky ones, making the year run faster for me. We knew what to expect and were able to make things work. We became more involved in school and more comfortable with the scenario of high school. Little did we know, this was our most pivotal point, the point of growth, of true maturation. We became aware how much we were actually able to achieve and be successful. By junior year, we saw how we would need all of our effort and more to succeed. This was a dark year for me and most of my friends because we realized we weren't as prepared for college as we thought. With the introduction of AP classes, we realized our limits. Our preparations wasn't enough. Even though we suffered and received probably our worst grades in high school, during these classes, Ms. Moore and Mr. Joseph have made us quite stronger and gave us tools to be prepared for college. As the year reached its end, we felt enormous pressure because we knew our maximum work ethic would be needed to gain acceptance to college and receive sufficient financial aid. Now, senior year was like the final lap of a race. We felt fatigued, but we knew we were almost there. so we gave it our last big push with all our remaining energy. However, through some disappointments and some celebrations, we are departing from high school. This year has taught me to work harder than ever before, to make everyone who impacted my life and believe in me proud, from my friends, people like Caesar who has made motivation for me, to my teachers and family. We owe it to everyone who invested their time, energy, and effort to know that they have truly made a difference and help us shape us into who we have become. To my class, we have spent the last 4 years together, and I will miss you all greatly. However, I know we must depart to achieve our individual goals and live life to its fullest. I want to leave you all with one quote from Corey Taylor: "Live your life and mean every second of it, because if you don't, you're living someone else's life." Much to this point, our lives were beyond our control, but from here on out, our adventures depend solely on our determination and ambitions. I wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Should I take it out? Good afternoon. I stand before you today to introduce a man who has been dear to Franklin D. Roosevelt Mustang family for the 2017-2018. He has listened when we believed no one else was. He was worked precisely to ensure that this year was a great one for us. Our trustee, Dr. Lou Blackburn, was elected to the Dallas ISD Board of Trustees in June 2001. He was provided leadership in several positions while on the board.
Dr. Blackburn was born and attended elementary school in Fort Worth, Texas. After moving to Dallas, he attended Oliver Wendell Holmes Middle School and graduated for our soon-to-be alma mater, Franklin D. Roosevelt High School. He earned a bachelor's degree in music education and a master's in educational administration from Texas A&M University Commerce, and a doctor of physiology from the University of Texas at Austin.
A career educator, Dr. Blackburn joined Dallas ISD in 1986 as an instrumental music teacher before serving as an assistant principal in West Dallas area. Following a career move to the Texas Education Agency, he served as a principal in Goodrich, Texas, and Duncanville, Texas. He has also served as an adjunct professor in education administration at various colleges and universities in North Texas area.
While he also represents Oak Lawn, West Dallas, Wilmer Hutchins, and portions of East Oak Cliff, most importantly, he represents us as graduates and community of Franklin D. Roosevelt High School. And we want to publicly thank him for all that he has done. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Lou Blackburn.
Good morning. How are you today? Okay, I just want to make sure. There's a young man over there that's wearing a dark blue shirt, has his chin in his hand, and when I walked around this morning, he asked me, what does the dollar sign means? So the dollar sign means that you got a scholarship. So his graduate has a scholarship. And I believe they're going to Texas A&M Commerce, another one of my alma mater. So Mustangs, you're welcome to go to Commerce and become a Lion at Texas A&M Commerce. But good morning to all of our administrators, faculty, and staff, and parents, and relatives and friends. Congratulations to this 2018 graduating class of my alma mater, Franklin D. Roosevelt High School. I want to thank the administrators and staff for allowing me to speak today. I want to congratulate the senior class and also to welcome our parents who are here for this grand occasion that we call graduations. And graduates, it is always a privilege and an honor for me to have this opportunity to visit with you on this milestone occasion. You see, your attainment of a diploma is what gives meaning to the efforts of our Board of Trustees and what guides our decisions. Congratulations on making it to this moment, your commencement into adulthood. Now, Jacqueline, your hard work and dedication has paid off. You have made it this far, and now you will continue to grow every second that you live. You know, I've heard a story, Oswaldo, about a general who was leading his army into battle against an enemy that was 10 times the size of his. Along the way to the battlefield, the troops stopped by a small temple to pray. You see, Christopher, the general held up a coin and he told his troops, I'm going to implore the gods to help us crush our enemy. If this coin lands on the head, we will win. If it falls on his tail, we will lose. He flipped the coin and said, our fate is in the hands of the gods. And then he prayed. After this short prayer, Eric, you see, the general tossed the coin and it landed on his head, but you see, the troops were overjoyed and went into the battle with high aspirations, high spirits. Just as they had prayed, the small army won the battle. The soldiers were exalted, Elizabeth, because, see, it's good to have the gods on your side. They have determined that we are the winners. But Jacqueline, I ask you, are we really winners? You see, when the general picked up the coin, He showed both sides of the coin. There was a head on both sides. The moral of this story is simple. The fate of your life is in your hands. It is up to you which road you take. You see, Jasmine, much like the soldiers, you have prepared for this day for 12, 13, and possibly 14 years. You may have 100 problems, but high school is not one of them any longer. You have been provided the resource and all the tools necessary to succeed. Your fate is in your hands, Jose. In order to get to tomorrow's results, you must put in today's work. Now, Juan, today as you begin the journey for the rest of your life, what will you do to determine the road that you will travel tomorrow? The steps along your journey, Leslie, will determine how long it will take you to get there. You cannot stop when things get hard, Raphael. You cannot stop when things become so challenging, so burdensome. You cannot stop because you're tired. When you fall down, DeMarcus, what are you going to do? Get up. And most importantly, Sylvia, you cannot quit. Instead, when times get hard, remember the coins of life has two heads. And when you flip the coin, Tayana, you will always win. Remember, with every obstacle, you may not come out on top. There will be times when failure comes along your lifetime, promise. Winston Churchill failed the 6th grade and wasn't elected to office until he was 62. Albert Einstein, the great, couldn't speak until he was about 4 years old. Jose, and he couldn't even read until he was almost 9. And Henry Ford, the founder of the Ford Motor Company, went bankrupt 5 times before his business was successful. And R.H. Macy was arrested for tax evasion. But when he came out of jail, Guadalupe, he opened up the Macy's department store. And Michael Jordan, somebody in the line earlier was talking about Michael Jordan. He did not make his basketball team when he first went out. But now he has 6 NBA championships rings. Come on, Mr. DJ. Because see, when using your failures, Alicia, to fuel your plans, your flames of compassion, when people say you can't, tell them you can. When people tell you cannot be what you want to be, James, I want you to use that matter of motivation to tell them I can do that and even more. So don't dim your flame, Nancy. Let the flame within you burn as transition to the next level of your life. Let the fireworks begin within you. Parents, you have done very well. Family and friends, keep your arms of love around these graduates. Help them find their many successes in life. And graduates, in the midst of your graduation celebrations, I encourage you to find time to remember and thank those who helped you get to this moment. Graduates, I want you to stand up. Come on, Mr. DJ, we're about to start this party. Graduates, I need you to stand up and thank those who helped you get here. This is an exciting time. This is a celebration. This is your graduation. Mama, Papa, thank you for helping us get to this point. Congratulations. Everything custom like I'm at the bottom. Yeah. If you win it, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with it, I just put it to the side. All the sense of baby, they can see it.
If Dr. Quinn and Dr. Lou Blackburn would join me, please. Graduates, you may be seated. As principal of Franklin D. Roosevelt High School, I hereby affirm that each candidate has met all requirements for graduation as determined by the state of Texas and Dallas Independent School District, and they are qualified to receive their diplomas, or they are otherwise qualified to participate in the graduation ceremony consistent with the laws of the state of Texas and Dallas Independent School District.
Good afternoon. As Deputy Chief of the Dallas Independent School District, I am pleased to confirm the certification of the 2018 graduating class of Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
And as a member of the Dallas Independent School District Board of Trustees, I am always pleased to hereby certify that these students before you are indeed graduates of the Dallas Independent School District.
Oswaldo Guadalupe Borrega, High Honors. Jacqueline Reyes, High Honors. Andres Garcia, High Honors. Promise Kaylee Brown, Honors. DeMarcus Malik Fisher, Honors. Fernanda Flores, Honors. Jasmine Yadira Garcia, Honors. Kenya Kiana Gilbert, Honors. Jerica Raquel Johnson, Honors. Lynetta Danae Johnson Guy, Honors. Eric Luna, Honors. Kira Jamisha Morgan, Honors. Mauricio Obregon, Honors. Eden Grace Ajuku, Honors. Adi Jimena Reyes, Honors. Gregory Dwayne Roberts, Honors. Ricardo Romano, Honors. Jaleesa Romero, Honors. Jose Serrano, Honors. Marciana Smith, Honors. Alicia Melanie Suate Barrientos, Honors. Cesar Terrazas, Honors. Anacito Jose Aguirre, Jr. Talia Marie Alexander. Jennifer Arellano. Luz Esperanza Bayar. Daniel Benitez. Rylan Jatori J. Boyd. Javarian Dwayne Brewster. Cindy Angelica Bravo. Johnny Lee Brown, Jr. Juan Felipe Bustamante. Lizeth Cabrera. Lorena Cabrera. Jacqueline Naomi Campos. Manuel Charez, Jr. Christopher Lee Chapman. Montserrat Chavez. Crystal Cortez. Denisha Kiarane Crabtree. Jaquiviante Bernard Davis. Jemiah Dawson. Leslie Delgado. Steve Enrique Diaz. Xavier Edwards. Rafael Flores. Roderick Billy Franklin. Nancy Naridia Garcia. Danae Breon Gilstrap. Rodanisha Deshawn Greer. Harold Lewis Heads, Jr. Karina Hernandez. Timothy Tyrone Hodges. Alexander Hurtado. Christopher Kennard Jackson. Corey Dwayne Jackson. Damian Johnson. Christopher Lopez.
Elizabeth Macias. Juan Anthony Mares. Amber Nicole O'Neill McCoy. Mashay D'Angela McKinney. Jamilet Medina. Eduardo Moreno. Edwin Moda Saldana. Tayana Lachey Lynn Neighbors. Damari Dramonte Oakley. Arian Peterson. Jasmine Deandra Powell. Montserrat Preciado Suaste. Alvaro Ismael Ramirez. Jose Rogelio Damian Ramirez. Francine Giselle Reyes. Humberto Rodrigo Pulido. Fernanda Fernando Rodriguez. Sammy Rodriguez. Veronica Rodriguez. Arahadne Maribel Romero. Elizabeth Ruiz. Eric Martin Salas. Juan Silva. Rajane Rashawn Sims. Victor Ruiz. Tisha Colleen Renee Slater. Kamaya Jean Stennis. The Davian Bernard Taylor. DeMarcus Devontae Thomas. Zachary Charles Thomas. Jaron Amy Thompson. Jacqueline Maricela Umanzor. Juan Vasquez. Leslie Vega Villanueva. Kiana Markel Wade. Jasmine Renee Washington. Ronald James Wilkes.
Graduates, please stand and congratulations. I hereby declare you, 2018 graduates of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, please turn your tassels from right to left and wave. And for the last time, we will now sing our school song.